Welcome back.
Hey there, folks. You know her, you love her. She's the queen of all things business savvy. It's our amazing co-host, Deborah Reynolds. Deborah is the founder and owner of About Face Image Consulting. She's been with us since day one, and her insights and expertise are always on point. Let's give her a warm virtual welcome.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you, Moreno?
I'm very well, thank you. It brings us immense pleasure to welcome you, Deborah. Undoubtedly, our attendees are looking forward to gaining insights from your wealth of knowledge. Are you ready to delve straight into the session?
I am, but you know what? Before we delve into this into the session, I want to talk about, and this comes from a real place of authenticity. You and I are both business owners, and life happens, things happen in business, and it is really important that we have this mental and emotional resiliency to be able to be very flexible about life. So I wanted to share with the audience that as of a few days ago, my father-in-law, who is 96 years old, moved in with us. So we are his primary caregivers, and life has to adjust accordingly. And the beautiful thing is that, you know, my husband and I, we get to kind of work together as a team to kind of offset, you know, any of sort of additional pressures in terms of the time management component. But this affects how businesses run, because here's what I want to share with the audience, Moreno. This is really important. Whatever you're doing in business, if you are a solo entrepreneur, you have a very small team, this is probably more important for you, is that you need to adjust or look at your lifestyle first, and then you build your business around that lifestyle with flexibility into it. So lifestyle structure goes in first in your calendar, and then you build the business structure around that. That is really important, because what that does is it helps you to be very, very flexible and nimble in the moments that any sort of specific challenge comes up immediately. You know how to navigate that. So you get to have this forward thinking of anticipating what's going to happen to the best of your knowledge, and then you pivot and you adjust accordingly and structure things out so that you have that ability to quickly pivot if needed. That's my little share for the morning.
Thank you for sharing, Deborah. Structure and flexibility, very important. Today, we're going to dive into a must-have ingredient for success in the digital age, a strong online presence. Let's dive into the tactic of increased visibility in marketing. Let me put it up here as increased visibility. There we are. In today's digital landscape, being present across multiple online platforms is key to getting your business noticed. Think about it. By establishing your presence on social media, search engines, industry-specific directories, and other relevant online channels, you're expanding your reach like never before. It's like turning a spotlight onto your business. But here's the best part. With increased visibility, you have a greater chance of potential customers finding you online. Imagine reaching a broader audience, capturing the attention of those who may have not discovered your business otherwise. It's like opening up a door or doors of opportunity. And that's not all. When your business is more visible online, it naturally leads to increased brand awareness. People become familiar with your name, logo, and what you have to offer. And that's the first step towards building trust and credibility in the eyes of potential customers. So, Deborah, what are your thoughts on the power of increased visibility in marketing, and how have you witnessed businesses benefit from a stronger online presence?
Yeah, those are great questions. And Moreno, you touched on some really great points there. One in particular is that increased know, like, and trust factor. Because people are searching, the competition is really quite fierce out there. And let's face it, the marketplace is very skeptical because a lot of people have been burned. They've had some challenges with business owners being truthful and authentic with them, delivering on their promise. And so, because of that skepticism, having that know, like, and trust factor, which is a process that is followed through on to build a good, solid relationship, that is probably one of the key things that needs to be able to happen. So we need to have this increased awareness of the business owner's authenticity. We need to know that we're dealing with a real person, that they care. And this is such a fabulous opportunity when we're increasing our online presence, because now we're really leveraging technology and what's available to us in the marketplace in terms of a global reach, and far more reaching much more quickly than the traditional methods of marketing that we used to have in print. So this is such a great opportunity for people to become more relatable in the marketplace. Um, Listen, it is really good to master a few platforms. Some people probably initially make the mistake in their marketing to kind of, they want to be everywhere. They want to be visible and highly visible on all the platforms, and I think that that's a real mistake in the beginning. I think what you want to do is select one or two platforms and learn to master those, and then you want to keep that focus really tight. And then when you've reached some success in that area, then you can expand. But you need to get the sort of the proof of concept that you are navigating the platform in a really specific way and getting some really good results and getting good traction out of that. And really, how you know if you've got good results and tractions is you've actually got paying clients coming to you. That's the marker. It's not just the eyes on your business, but that you actually have increased business because of it. So the presence on all platforms, to be perfectly honest, to do it well is hard to navigate on your own. You actually need team to be able to do it, or you need software to be able to do it in a really great way. So you have to do an investment in team or software or both to navigate it really well. And then, so that importance to engage those who actually know, like, and love you is really important, because we can have the know, like, and trust factor. But the key is when you're posting, when you're sharing, when you're writing articles, when you're doing the videos, when you're doing the lives, people are going to view those. But many people go through them and they don't like or comment or love, or they put a, insightful emoji on there. They're scrolling, but in essence, they still might be seeing you. The difference is now the engagement comes in, and it requires real intention on the business owner. If someone is knowing what you're doing and they like it, they love it, they comment, leave an emoji. You need to now nurture them. You need to follow up and engage them as if they were a real person walking into your store, having a conversation with you, complimenting you on a display or something that's presented. You need to engage, and that is a real personal connection with people that people appreciate, but that really elevates that know, like, and trust factor.
Let's talk about the incredible power of expanded reach. You see, being present in multiple online spaces isn't just about reaching customers in your local area. It's about reaching customers from all over the world. Thanks to the internet, your business has the potential to be discovered by people far and wide. It's like breaking through geographical barriers and unlocking new markets and customer segments that were previously out of reach. Now, where things get exciting, here's where things get exciting. By having a diverse online presence, you're able to connect with a broader audience. It's like casting a wider net and capturing the attention of potential customers you may not have seen or known about before. And guess what? More eyeballs are on your business, and they often lead to increased sales and business growth. Who wouldn't want that? Deborah, I'm curious to hear your perspective on the significance of expanded reach in marketing. How have you seen businesses leverage their online presence to tap into new markets and drive growth?
Yeah, those are great questions. So I think it really is important that we develop certain skills, and some of those skills are the speaking skills, so that you can get on other people's stages, other people's platforms. When they're presenting or asking questions, you instantly increase your visibility. And people also, they connect you with being an expert in your industry. I mean, that could be self-ascribed. You could basically say, hey, I'm an expert. The idea is people want proof. And if you've got an opinion, a perspective about issues and challenges and promises and how you can serve the marketplace, if you have an opinion and you have a proven result or a process, you want to share it with as many people as possible. So that ability to write about it, to talk about it, becomes really important. So developing your speaking skills to have a point of view and a perspective and to share people's opinions and to share experiences of your clients is really important. Another aspect is niching down. So when we want to expand our marketplace, we can be the same as every other sort of business owner in a particular niche market area, casting our line into a pool of potential fish and prospects. The idea is that you're really not going to be seen all that well. So it really is important that you niche down. And the niching down doesn't mean that you're excluding the ability to connect with all these other people and serving them later. What that means is that you have this really interesting entry point into the marketplace where you get known for. So people go, she's an expert in this area, but underneath she's doing all these really broad things. So if you were going to niche down and you were going to expand your market, the speaking and the training becomes really important, and having a perspective. A lot of people traditionally have done that in summits, being speakers on podcasts. They have done master classes. What's really hot right now is intensive or challenges. And why those are hot is because it's called results in advanced marketing. Results in advanced marketing. So people want results and they actually want an experience. So it's not so much of, hey, a really fun masterclass. They want to take the material, apply it, so they immediately get some results before they're actually investing in you. That makes a real huge difference. So where I've seen that for businesses leveraging the online presence is the ones that are actually doing an experience and giving massive value in the beginning are increasing exponentially the know, like, and trust factor. And they're creating these deep, deep, loving connections, caring connections that are authentic with their audience. They're making the biggest inroads. So share a few thoughts on that, Moreno.
You know, it's like casting into the ocean with a much longer line, which gives you a much further reach. You know, as you said, by casting a net into the sea doesn't mean that you want to grab everybody. You still want to niche down and reach your specific target market. And with this methodology of being seen more often in more places, it gives you a much longer line. Let's now dive into the importance of enhanced credibility in business. You know, it's all about being seen and heard in numerous online spaces, which can truly establish your business as credible and trustworthy. Picture this: when potential customers come across your business being mentioned on various online platforms, it instantly builds trust and confidence in your brand. Pretty powerful, right? But wait, there's more. Having a strong online presence not only boosts credibility, it also allows you to showcase your expertise and thought leadership in your industry. By sharing valuable insights and knowledge, you position your business as a reliable and reputable source. After all, who doesn't want to do business with someone who knows their stuff? Now let's talk about attracting and retaining customers. Credibility plays a vital role in this process. When people perceive your business as trustworthy, they're more likely to choose you over the competitor and stick around for the long haul. That's where a solid online presence comes in handy. So, Deborah, what are your thoughts on the power of enhanced credibility in your business? How have you seen it make a difference for businesses in today's digital landscape?
Yeah, that's great. Great question here. So, I think of credibility as reputation. And, I've been in business for 33 years, and I've always talked about business image from day one, and the aspect of preserving and protecting your reputation that is based on really great character and the integrity of the business owner. It also is based on the character and the integrity of every team member that is associated with that business owner, or all vendors and suppliers that are part of that business, connected to that business. So when you know who you are as a person and you are displaying the highest character, the highest integrity, you're going to make very sound decisions that are in the best interest of the business, the client, the community, all the vendors and suppliers. Everybody's winning in this process. So number one, I think that's really important, is your reputation, preserving it and protecting it, and being aware of what are those elements that can really destroy or ruin your reputation. So, listen, Moreno, many people actually claim or present themselves to be gurus online, and they are touted in the big online business community as being gurus. However, just the other day, I had a conversation with a new client, and she had an interesting experience with two very well-known gurus in the industry where she had invested in their very high-end programs. And now we're talking about gurus that are making high seven and eight figure businesses. So what happened was, despite the massive investment that she made, she did not get any results out of this. This did not make significant, tangible differences in the revenue that she was bringing in and the types of clients that she was bringing in. And this caused a massive amount of frustration. And this is a very common thing in the marketplace. People produce all sorts of programs, but yet the business owner, the creator, is not thinking of, am I actually solving the problem for the clients? And am I checking back with the clients to ensure that they're getting the results from my program? There's kind of like this hope and this prayer that it's all being done and they're 100% responsible for implementing. The responsibility is the truth. But at the same time, as business owners, we have this obligation to connect personally with people and say, are you getting the results? Or if they're not personally connecting, one of their team members is closely at hand to say, are you getting the results? Yes or no? And this is incredibly disappointing. It's a common thing that happens in the marketplace. So listen, the credibility is authenticity and it's results based. So people have to know that as a business owner, you actually care about them. That makes the difference. And so if you're connecting with them on a regular basis, or you're providing real value and you know that that value is being implemented and there's results there, then you know that you've done your job as a business owner. But a lot of them are missing the mark on that.
I like your example about the gurus not delivering, because apparently that is very common, Deborah.
It is.
Let's explore now the concept of gaining a competitive advantage. In this digital age, Deborah, it's not enough to have a mere presence online. It's a necessity. You see, your competitors are most likely already out there engaging with potential customers. So if you're absent or not actively participating, you'll find yourself at a significant disadvantage. And none of us want that. Now, here's the exciting part. By being visible and actively engaging across multiple online platforms, you can gain a competitive edge. How, you ask? Well, imagine reaching those customers that your competitors might be missing out on. By expanding your reach, your online reach, you'll tap into new markets and connect with a broader audience. And who doesn't want to expand their customer base, right? But there's more to it than that. Having a strong online presence allows you to stay updated with the latest industry trends and consumer behaviors. By keeping your finger on the pulse, you can adapt your marketing strategies accordingly and stay one step ahead of the competition. After all, knowledge is power, especially in the ever-evolving digital age landscape, especially AI. Deborah, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on the importance of gaining a competitive advantage. Have you seen it play a role in helping businesses thrive in today's highly competitive market?
Oh, definitely. Lots of examples with there. I mean, really, the market share, when you were talking about that, is really important. The idea is how well they're serving on the back end too, which is the fulfillment component, how they deliver the product, and the customer experience on the inside, not just the customer experience before they actually become a paying customer. So, when you're talking about the knowledge is power, and so where what becomes even more powerful is where we take that knowledge and we use it, we apply it, and that becomes really important. So if you want really great market share, it works better to really niche down and be an expert in a specific area. And then you're really going deep within yourself and your team and really developing a deep understanding and knowledge of how to best serve the customer. And going above and beyond. I think you really have to stretch and go above and beyond. These days, if you're just doing an adequate job, that's not going to be enough. You really want to do a significantly greater job to set yourself apart and to get that reputation where people walk out of a meeting, they walk out of an experience or using a product, and they're thinking to themselves, wow, that was great experience. So the process can be really seamless. So I'll just give you an example of a sort of a really well-known company when it comes to doing returns. Now, it wasn't always this way. Costco actually changed some of their processes and their procedures and the customer experience around returning items. So I've been a Costco member probably since it first came into the Lower Mainland in British Columbia there, and we're still Costco members. So before it was they were wanting the receipt, they had to go get the supervisor. If you didn't have the receipt, the supervisor had to log in and pull it offline. We did a recent return. This item was returned literally 2 years after the use of the product. Now, we didn't use the product for 2 years. It was unused for that period of time, yet we used the item, which happened to be a pressure washer. It was turned on literally for 5 minutes and it died. Now, the online reviews for that product were that it really was a bad product. It had a lot of problems with it. No issues returning it. We didn't have the receipt. They simply looked it up online. They were super pleasant. There was no questioning. They just took everything. It was like, have a great day. It was the most amazing experience on returning an item. I was like, wow, this is really incredible. So, but that seamless process, creating a customer experience on every level, even when the customer says, I don't want an item, I want a return, creating a process and an experience for them that is leaving the person feeling really good makes all the difference, because they're going to talk about them. That's the key. Is whatever experience they have, they are going to talk about it with other people. So it better be a really good experience. So there you go. There's a little share for you.
Yes, Costco is a remarkable company. They certainly embrace us, which brings us to the last point, the importance of customer engagement. Being present in multiple online places opens a whole world of opportunities for actively connecting with customers and potential customers. It's like having a virtual storefront where you can engage with them, address their questions and concerns, and truly provide value like Costco. And who doesn't love a good interaction? here's the best part. By engaging with your customers online, you're not just providing great customer service, you're also building relationships. These connections can lead to increased customer loyalty, and like you and Costco. And we all know that loyal customers are like gold. They become your brand advocates, spreading positive word of mouth referrals and bringing more business. Plus, they're more likely to keep coming back for more, which is fantastic for your bottom line. So, Deborah, what's your take on the power of customer engagement in marketing? How have you seen it impact businesses in terms of building relationships and growing their growth?
Yeah, you know what? I think that customer engagement component is one of the most important elements. So, listen, engaging people all the way through the process before they become a customer and afterwards is really important. Staying in touch with the customer on a regular basis is really important. So, making you check in, follow up, making them feel appreciated, valued, asking them questions, how else to serve, letting them know what's going on. All those things become really important. So if you're not doing it, just touching on the last point about the customer experience with the competitors, is if you're not doing it, your competitor is going to be doing that. That's how they're going to get a leg up on you. So that really healthy relationship with your competitors and knowing what people are interested in, why would they gravitate to one business versus the other in the same industry, helped you as a business owner to get better. Because I think that healthy competition is really important for you as a business owner to go, am I still being stagnant in my growth and development, or do I really need to level up? And what it does is it forces people to really level up in their ability to serve well and to deliver really great products and services to people, and to make sure the whole experience is a really great one. In terms of customer engagement, listen, so important. Reaching out to those personal connections in a personal way, authentic way, is really important. So I actually had a guru. When I say guru, I'm talking about people that have millions of plus followers that are out there with lots of books and lots of programs, and they've got this massive reach. These people, I had somebody reach out to me on Messenger. Now, it was not a bot. I know it was an authentic conversation, because I was testing that out. But I actually still didn't feel that that was an authentic connection, because listen, let's face it, you and I are in the industry where we're doing marketing, we are doing sales. We know what that looks like from the outside and from the inside. We know how it sort of feels and what it looks like. So I knew there was no deep authenticity in that process. His desire was to use a process that he found really successful to generate clients. And I knew that that's exactly what he was doing. But yet I didn't really feel that he specifically cared about me as an individual and as a business owner. I didn't feel that sense of authenticity. It wasn't there. So, in the sense, it was like, hey, appreciate connecting with you, and, touch base in about 6 months' time. And I just kind of left it at that because I really wanted to know how he'd come back and how he would respond. And but I didn't appreciate the approach that was a lack of genuine connection, where he really wasn't interested in wanting to serve or cared in a really deep way. It was just all about his product and service, and for me to hear more about it so that he could make another sale.
At the end of the day, it's always about people.
It is.
And guess what? Time's up, everyone. A regular 13-minute online business event has ended. We want to express our gratitude to our exceptional co-host, Deborah, for her valuable contributions. Deborah, any final message for our fantastic audience?
Moreno, always a great opportunity to come here and have a really good discussion with you. And I love how you make it so incredibly seamless. And so for our audience, if you're looking for an opportunity to get more visibility online, Moreno is your person to help you with that. Pay attention. It's going to happen. You need somebody with a real logical engineering mind, and that's exactly what he's got.
Thank you, Deborah. Now, as we wrap up, I will express our heartfelt appreciation for our silent but awesome online audience. Your presence has made this experience truly special, and we hope you've gained valuable insights throughout. Remember to click the link in this event description to join our new small and active online group. Stay connected with us, and we look forward to welcoming you in our next weekly Thursday event. Goodbye, everyone.